So I start with the white color first, just adding some stroke and here randomly, it's not exactly circular shape. And then move on with the mixture of white and yellow to cover around it. And when both color, like white and yellow, be wet, they very gently mix together, and the nice and gentle mixture create not separate from each other. You can see these details more on the darker tone. Again, back to white color. Let it mix with the yellow a little bit. And anytime I switch the other color, clean it by napkin like that. And then take another color. Even if you like, you can use heavy paint like that and let it sit on top of your painting with more texture. Clean it by napkin. Move on, pure yellow. And you can see there is a line in between create, like this yellow and the light one. Anytime we can back to the previous color and very gently let them blend together, because both color are wet and they very gently and nice blend, and we get rid of the edges in between. And the nice transition happen. It's not a big space, it's a small. So please not make it really big. Even it's smaller than this one. So I can bring some darker, some lighter yellow into my white, even back to the pure yellow and bring. I use a lots of heavy paint on my paintings, so it takes time to get dry. So it let me be more relaxed. And I move on with a little more purple. Sorry, pink. I said purple, sorry. And then switch to pure pink a little bit. Some brush stroke. You don't need to be a lot with the pink because we need to switch on the purple. And then move on with purple. When they mix together, don't be worried. They are in the same family, so it's okay. They mix and blend together. Anytime you can back and add the pink and add the purple. The purple, I mean this one, which is lighter. And you can cover all the surface with this purple, even when here it's light. When we are here with the bushes of trees, that would be okay. You can move on top. And don't be worried when the pink color gets dry and the line create. I mentioned that always when you are move on the surface that it's dry like that, clean it by napkin, bring the color that get dry like pink, bring it and try to touch this edges. So you already get rid of that line. And very nice, they move on each other. Pink and purple. So we need it. We need pink on top of purple, especially here. So I'm not letting dry, just a pure white on the edges, a little bit just curvy shape with the tip of your brush with a pure white color. When the purple is wet, you can move it like that to make this cloud, bring it inside a little bit down and move it toward the right side of edges. Even if the right side is get dry, again back to the purple and bring it to the white. So it's let the cloud just melt into the sky and not edges or the line created between the cloud and the sky. So I take purple, more white to reach the lighter tone. This is for whole my landscape. It's a light purple. It's light purple, more white. And for the shadow part, you can use pure purple or darker tone. So take a little bit white and more purple. We need darker value. So this is darker than this one. And then the rest is just this color, yellow, pink, and white. We can use those pure because the reflection most of the time, not most of the time, but in this painting, the reflection is darker. So clean my brush. I'm going to use pure pink color first. Cover the river. Move on with the pink toward the center. It's just a pure paint. And then pure yellow beside the pink. Clean it. Then bring the white color on top of yellow. Clean it by napkin. And then back to the pink and purple, yellow together to cover this part. If we see some dark color, that's the shadow of tree will come later. So for now, it would be okay to do like that. Not more colors. When the way is changed toward the bridge, this is the small bridge, so we need to make the road. It's not like left and right brush stroke. From here, then switch the other way, like this way, to add a stroke toward your bridge. It doesn't matter which color, it can be light and dark at the same time on top of each other, but the brush stroke changed this way, like a road. Even you can start with a light tone and with the dark tone as a line with a tip, make this line as a road on top of this part. So after this part, I will move on to the darker purple, randomly bring it on top of the light purple I add and try to use brush stroke to go on back and let it blend together. And start mixing my pink with a little bit yellow, more purple. This for the trees on the stands. Should be more purple and more pink, very tiny bit yellow. Again, more pink I need, sorry, purple. It's warm purple, something like that. I have this one and I already used the pure pink color on top when I add the trees on the stand. It's more purpley, a little bit warm color. These are this color for the trees that I see on this dance. I need pink, purple, tiny bit yellow, very less. And when we move forward, I again take my purple here. One level darker, so I use brown, not a lot. I take a little bit to see what happened. I'm okay with this texture and value. A little bit more. That's okay to keep it like that. Now one level again darker. Take your purple. You can mix with the brown to make it colorful, but tiny bit black to see what happened. I recommend not make the colors too much dark. Little by little, then we can see we are happy with this darkness or not. So for the trees on this dance, it depends if you like to use a tiny flat brush, if you use just pointy brush or flat brush, both are okay. I prefer to go with the flat brush, take my paint with a tip, and I take my brush like that in an angle, this angle, and draw the narrow and tiny line like this beside each other, and they are not in the same size and level, one up and one down, a little more space in between. I draw some line on the stance here and then make it a little bit longer. Even we can move on more on the left side. How much tree, if you're interested, you can add. And you see it's not on the same level. Then switch to the round and pointy brush. It shouldn't be heavy paint because it need to be show that it's on the stance and fade. We will work more as a texture when we are in front and close. So narrow and tiny, make this shape of cone tree, or it's like Christmas tree, cone tree, like that. So tiny and narrow, make this shape. And it should be so light because of the background and the stance. I make it so light. I just make sure that it's a little bit narrow line. First, I'm going to draw from the top, move down. It doesn't need to be straight. So if your hand shakes, sometimes the line is not create very straight, doesn't matter. It's a tree. It shouldn't be the right line. And then bring it here close to the edge of river. It's like a bushes here, but with no leaves. I just adding some branch, tiny bit here, randomly, some line like that. It's like a grass or some darker line here. And I recommend to add a drop of water a little bit into your brush because it's helpful to move easily. Pointy brush stroke and the round one with a pure white color. It's better to take your brush like that straight. Add a circle on your painting. Everywhere. It's a snowflake. It can be a little bit pressure, for example, somewhere, or more space in between.